getting gapped right now. We're getting gapped. Come on! Come on, say it! No! Not today! Turbo! Come on! Yes! This 90 brake horsepower car still got some oomph. Good morning, boys. Get up, smell the coffee. Gotta bang out these reps quickly, because you know, we gotta make sure that we're getting these reps in every single day. No matter how you're feeling, the sun keeps on rising. We need to make sure we get these reps in. So today is Tuesday, it's March, the sun is rising a lot earlier, a lot faster. So we also need to enjoy the process of that. Go. Do this position, organs or the body part stretch, and then the next position. Yeah, this is like the best thing ever, guys. Honestly, this is changing my life every single day. Health is wealth at the end of the day. And you're probably thinking it's probably 6:30 in the morning. Obviously I've been awake a lot longer than that, but I just want to say that I'm enjoying the process. The most important thing is being able to do this every single day and enjoy it. I would never do this and not enjoy it and like roll out of bed, be like, oh, I don't want to get outside, it's cold. And don't get me wrong, I've been there, you know, I enjoyed the comfort, but comfort, yeah, is gonna kill your dreams and goals, your aspiration. Like, I'd stay in bed every single day and you don't get nothing done. So that's why I enjoy this more than being in bed. I enjoy doing this than just, you know, being nice and comfortable with a DJ and blanket, you know, scroll on the phone. It's so easy to do, and maybe comfortable things are easy to do, but you don't enjoy it. You're just doing it because it's comfortable. But doing something like this, yeah, I'm getting true satisfaction. And most importantly, health, getting up, getting the sun, melatonins, it's all part of health. So right now, I'm just trying to get my body in the process. I'm telling you guys, I absolutely love this. Best thing ever. Makes me believe like when Rocky did this, he was probably like so happy because he was making a movie, keeping fit at the same time. But obviously, we got to do a POV drive, so let's jump in the car. And by the way, I know some of the videos are absolutely crazy. I'm uploading 2-3 times a day. There's going to be a video dropping later today, POV drive and a Seat Leon. And that is the car we're going to be driving now. But I did do a whole video yesterday, which is going to be a bit of an interesting one. But let me know what you think. Thanks for the support. Let's jump in the whip. So this is the Seat Leon 1.6 TDI. This is the daily car which we had before we replaced it with the Skoda. It has been the workhorse for the past 2-3 years. Clocked well over 40,000, 50,000 miles on it. It's been the pride and joy. It's got through everything, night and day, carrying car parts, so many things. You won't believe it. I have got lots of videos of changing the brake pads, discs, wheel bearing, heater matrix behind the dash. We've done so much to this car, but the videos will drop soon. But this is the car that's helped save a lot of money, basically carry a lot of weight. And so the Skoda is now carrying the torch. But I just wanted to just do a video on it to let you guys know. It's a bit of a shame to not show you guys the first daily. Obviously it's been in a damage. It's been hit on the side. It hasn't been washed. Go on, sun's rising. Let's get it. This is the #1 reason as to why I've stopped driving the car, because it's in limp mode. Just want to show you guys right now. That is the limp mode. The coil light that is flashing, and the car just, you know, is a bit sluggish. For the one weird reason, I turn the car off. I know we're rolling. Turn the car on, and the coil spring's gone, and it's not in limp mode, and the turbo works. Oh, seat belts. So I don't know what the reason is. I've changed the turbo actuator wastegate because I thought that was stuck, but we've changed that. We've changed the N75 sensor. Also checked the turbine. The turbo is spinning freely, it's not stiff. My only reason, I've done a diagnostic test, delete the code. The car will drive for quite a while, but then the coil light will come back on. So don't know what the real reason is, but like I said, the car drives fine, there's no issues. It's just that limp mode. But I just thought the common problem with this car being that it's done, probably has had a turbo change in over 150,000 miles, it's going to be the turbo 9 out of 10 times. And the turbo for this car, you have to take the lower subframe off, or you can do it from the top. It's a big job. and I know garages will charge like probably like £500–600 in labour. And I mean, I could probably do it, but the turbo itself costs £300, so I can't warrant spending like £400 on this car. It's a sick trailer and a Ford Ranger. I love a Ford Ranger. Everyone's crazy this morning, like it's March, like people are up and ready. It's not worth spending like £600 on this car when we bought the Skoda for just another £700. It's a big upgrade. When a car hits a certain mile, close to 150,000, you know it's gonna have a lot more problems. It's gonna be the turbo, then it's gonna be fuel pump, it's gonna be the injectors, and then it's gonna be so on and so on. You get my drift. The car's gonna be a problem car, so quit while you're ahead, jumped in the Skoda, and that's it. But this ain't the end for this car. This car's been absolutely fantastic, and I know one of the videos on YouTube, probably about 12 days ago, we did the boosted FN2 tripod drive doing Uber deliveries, and that got almost 12,000 views. 12,000 views, and it was just a 7–8 minute video. So I feel like, I don't know whether to do I know we're gonna do a part 2 with that. And a lot of people commented, it's not financially viable, you didn't make any money and stuff like that. It was just like an experiment. So what if we did an experiment in a slow car? What if instead of gapping people, I was getting gapped? And see how much money we make. And if you guys want to see that, drop a comment down below. Call me Uberman. We're getting gapped right now. We're getting gapped. Come on, say it. No, not today, turbo. Come on. Yes. This 90 brake horsepower car still got some oomph, and we did it this morning whilst people are getting to work early in the day. Oh man, people are like, they're on it. I've seen cars like zoom past here before 6 AM getting to work. That's one thing I wanted to do, is make a video on rush hour traffic. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. This is a PLV drive, and they say at Leon 1.6 TDI Eco Motive. Again, I do want to talk about this car. So that's a nice A3. We bought this car on auction probably about 3 years ago. Got it for £1,500. We traded it back on a trailer, and the first thing we got it, the car clutch was sticky. First thing I did was change the master cylinder, then I changed the slave cylinder, and it drove for a bit, for 1–2 days, and then realized it was the clutch. So took it to a garage, got the clutch changed, and then the car drove absolutely mint for a long while, and then eventually the car started, making some tick sound. Just in general, it just didn't feel safe, and it was basically the tie rod that needed changing. Something that's £6 can cause the wheel not to be aligned. It's interesting to know, with German cars, there's temperamental things that can change or put a danger when driving. But this car has been, like I said, absolutely phenomenal. I think we've probably spent a couple £100 on this car. Don't forget the maintenance, oil change, service, filter. But then again, we've done over 50,000 miles, 60,000 miles, and it's done a good job. And so if anybody wants to get a Seat Leon Eco Motive, which is tax-free, it was tax-free for 2–3 years, now the government's whacked on £20 a month. It's not too bad. Nobody gets away with tax these days. The miles per gallon in this car is like the best thing. You can probably get 60–70 miles per gallon. If you've done a full tank on this £60, you'll definitely get over 500 miles easy all day long if you drive very sensible like me. But yeah, this car is the perfect A to B car. Get you to work and back. Rush hour traffic is mad. 3 BMW drivers tried to get out. Like I said, this car's been phenomenal. The only biggest problem this car had, like I said, was the clutch, the wheel bearings, and the coolant filter bag opening up, and then there's no heat in the car. And I am going to drop a video of how to take the whole dash off just to get to the condenser heater matrix and replace that. A whole day job, 2 days job, and we got there in the end. The weird thing is the Audi S4, the V8, the last night's video, that was actually getting good MPGs. A lot of people get scared of driving V8s. If you want to save up money and you want to do your day-to-day things and you want to keep the car as cheap as possible and reliable as possible, this is the car to get. If you don't want to get a Nissan Micra, get a Seat Leon, because it's pretty much the German car, the VAG car Nissan Micra. And like I said, it is a comfortable car as well. It may be small and tiny, you don't have extra features, it's still a comfortable car. Like I can just drive this and it's pretty enjoyable. You like send it as well if I have to in the Benz. Whoa, come on, like that. You know, I might as well do a bit of a send. Look at the turbo. Boom, the turbo's working. It's not in limp mode. That's it, let's go, come on. The last thing I'd get a 1 litre car. If you think a 1 litre car will save you MPGs or be reliable, it's not, because I have experience driving a 1 litre car and you're killing that car. High revving it, it's not getting anywhere. I think the only people that get away with it is an EcoBoost 1 litre. They're decent, but again, you have to like rev the car to get to places, and the more times you're driving at high RPMs, the wear and tear on the car is more significant and you're gonna use more MPGs. But a car like this is pretty good. Oh, orange lights. I was gonna take it. The VRS Skoda would have done it, and that's the difference between like another 100 brake horsepower on a car than a 90 brake horsepower car. Let's see if I could take this car next to me. Boom, let's go. I'm not getting gapped today. Let's go. Put my foot down, keep it straight. There we go. Small cars can do it, and this car has proved me wrong in many ways, and that's why we've kept it for so long. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna edit, upload it this morning to show you guys. Now, you know, we get the work in, we cook up the videos, and we do it again every single day. So on that note, hope everybody's well, hope your family's well, hope your Ramadan's going well. It's the last 10 days, so we gotta, you know, up a notch it a bit, do more good deeds through the evening, through the night, and make the days count. And you know, prepare for summer, and summer's gonna go good. So look after yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, fellow morning hoodstigs. And as the slogan, start today.